This next caller, this guy, you'd have to say was definitely out there. I mean, that would be a good way to describe him. Would you say? Out there?
Oh, yeah, he was out there all right, and it took us a while, but we eventually, even us,
It did take us a while, though. That's stupid.
we eventually caught on. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, Tom, Ray. It's great to talk to you. This is John from Houston.
Hi, John.
John, we can barely hear you.
Okay, I'll speak up a little bit.
Oh, that's good.
I work for the government, so I can't tell you too much, but I occasionally drive this government vehicle. It's one of those Rockwell things.
Uh-huh.
And twice it's done a very funny thing, and I thought maybe you guys could help me with it.
What Rockwell thing?
You know, one of those Rockwell vans?
A van.
Anyway, the twice that I've driven this thing off the line, when I first started up, it starts great. Accelerates really, really well.
Yeah.
And it runs incredibly rough, though, for about 2 minutes. This is one of those puzzlers.
Yeah. Rough for 2 minutes.
After the first 2 minutes, after this really rough ride, there's kind of a jolt, and then it runs smooth, but only for about 6.5 more minutes. And then at that point, the engine dies.
The engine dies.
Yeah, it just stops completely.
Gee, you know, I hate to make any...
Two different vehicles by serial number, and both have done exactly the same thing.
Oh, these vehicles have serial numbers.
Well,
I mean, different vehicles.
I
not
hate
the
to
same
be
van both
suspicious.
times.
I'm suspicious also.
I hate to be suspicious, but the whole what would I call it? The sound coming from the telephone
Yeah.
sounds so familiar. I mean, I expect you to say,
I'm on the cellular.
yeah, you
so-
sound like Tom Hanks saying, Houston, we have a problem. Where are you calling from, John?
Just a second, let me look. I'm about 200 miles north of Hawaii.
No. Really? No kidding. How did they fish you into this deal?
Oh, this is a good deal. In fact, I'm in the vehicle as we speak.
And it's probably running really quiet right now, huh?
Yeah, it's running pretty quiet, I'd say. We're still going pretty fast, but it's very quiet.
How fast are you going?
Oh, about 17,500 miles an hour.
Boy, this thing must have some brakes, huh?
This must be a Dodge Dart. Holy cow.
I can tell you this much. When we use the brakes, they glow red hot.
Oh, I bet they do.
You know, when I heard you, I was going to say that this is the furthest distance from which we have ever received a call, but that's probably not true. You're only a couple of 100 miles up, right?
That's right. Although we're talking through a teeter satellite, which is 25,000 miles away, so it has to go a long way before it gets to your fair city. And right now we're docked to a large space station, the Mir space station.
Right, we heard on the news that now.
Now, are you the guy going in or the guy coming out?
Well, I'm one of the folks that's delivering the guy who went up there, Jerry Leninger.
Oh, you're the
And,
cabbie.
we've got John Blaha on board now, and he's been up there for 4 months,
So
4
you're
months.
the taxi driver.
so to speak.
Now you've been up there for 4 days, and it's clear that you've already run out of people to call because you've called us. I mean, you called your wife, you called your mother and father.
You talked to President Clinton. And now you said, who else can we call?
Well, we're getting ready to eat dinner. I thought I'd waste a little time.
Well, boy, this is an honor to hear from you.
Well, we have to ask you if you have another minute or so. What do you drive when you're a civilian, when you're on the ground?
Well, I have two cars. I have a Toyota 4Runner, 1987, and a Pontiac Grand Prix.
Yeah, but neither one of them has the acceleration of this thing, huh?
Nope, and also not the miles. The odometer in this thing reads about 60 million miles.
Boy, oh boy, I gotta say, you guys have got guts.
Well, I got to tell you, I went to the small technical institute up the river.
Oh,
and
that
when I was
place.
there in about 1977, I had a green Sunbeam Alpine, and I used to go to this garage where I'd pay a few bucks an hour, and some folks would help me fix it. And I think they sound kind of familiar.
No kidding.
No kidding. This wouldn't be John Grunsfeld, would it?
Yep, that's me.
Well, the last time you were there, you didn't pay your bill. You have an outstanding bill of $5 for bay rental. So if we have a forwarding address, we'll send it to you.
Okay, you must remember my Sunbeam Alpine.
I do remember your Sunbeam Alpine.
Yeah, ran on 3 cylinders. Of course, how could we forget it?
That was on a good day.
That's not a good day.
Well, I wish you a safe landing, John. Good luck, and I'm proud of you.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
See you, John.
Thanks a million.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Wow, that was cool. I mean, we've had calls from a lot of interesting places, but we've never had a call from the space shuttle.
Well, we have had a lot of calls from space shots, but not the space shuttle. You're right.
You know, it's a good thing he didn't have a real question for us because we don't see a lot of space shuttles in the shop, you know?
Yeah, it's like cattle trailers with electric brakes. Not exactly our area of expertise.